Hey everyone, just a quick review and some tips on what I did installing my pool. This is the Coleman 22 foot by 52 inch metal frame pool. Last year we had the 14 by 42, a much smaller pool, because it was really just something to start up and see how we did with it and see if it was something that the kids enjoyed, which they loved. So this year we went bigger. Last year we didn't level the ground at all. We just put the pool on the grass, and we were off by probably about 2 inches, but it was fine. Being more concerned about the size of this pool and wanting to make sure that we did it right, we went ahead and rented a sod cutter. So measured out a 23-foot circle rather than a 22-foot circle to leave a little bit of extra room. Removed all the sod. Started the process of leveling it. I will say one thing that I didn't do was put any sand down. Through the leveling process, I was confident that we were able to get up all the rocks. That's going to vary based on your area, how rocky it is, and what you need to do. We also put down several heavy-duty tarps. We bought a couple of big tarps as well as the tarp that comes with the pool, because it's pretty light duty, to be honest with you. And another thing that we did is I used stones, which you can see here, for the legs. So went and bought a bunch of these because I wasn't sure how much I was going to need. Right now it's covered with this mulch, because what we did is we went and bought this rubber mulch, which is literally just cut up tires. But we wanted to use something that we were sure wasn't going to puncture through the bottom of the pool, and lots of people recommended the rubber mulch, so that's what we went with. But as far as leveling it, you can see over here on this side, we had to stack double stones. As you can see, we haven't made it all the way around with the mulch yet. We only bought 6 bags. But, you know, I heard so many people talking about different ways that they leveled it. And, you know, people going out and renting laser levels and things like that. And then I talked to a guy who installs these pools. I was actually at the store buying some of the materials I was going to need. And I saw this guy pull up, and he was in one of his pool vans. So I flagged him down and said, "Hey, what do you guys charge for this?" And he said, "Honestly, at this time of year, there's no way I would get to it. But I'll tell you, it's a lot easier than most people think that it would be. You lay the stones down, take a 6-foot level, and just measure from stone to stone. And go around, you know, 1 or 2 times, a couple times, just to make sure that you have it all even." And I thought to myself, that can't possibly be that simple. Well, guess what? It really was. So all I did was put together one section of this top part here, so that I had, you know, 2 of the corners, 2 of these connectors, and 2 of the bars, so that I could put it down and see how far away I needed to space the stones. I laid the stones out, and then just like the guy said, I just put a level across 2 of them, picked one point, which was the highest point, and made sure that the next stone was level to that one. I did that by either having to dig or add more sand. Then on to the next one, and all I did was just level it to the next stone, to the next stone. I found that once I got all the way across, I had to do a little bit of adjusting, so I did go around twice. But all in all, it worked out perfect. I mean, you can really see that the level on the pool is pretty much dead on. Probably a little bit of a dip there, but not even an inch. I did then, once I installed the pool, I did string a level line across here, and I checked it like 8 different directions, and I couldn't believe exactly how close it was. So didn't have to use like a bulldozer or sand or any crazy equipment. It really was as simple as just leveling stone to stone. On the ones that were higher or lower, you know, added a stone. Like you'll see, this one has 2, that one has 2, this one just has 1. And then I will say, you know, for the middle part of the pool where the floor is, you just have to work on it. I raked it up, I leveled it out with a flathead shovel, moved a lot of dirt around till I got it to the point where I felt like it was level. And it was definitely close enough for me. Going inside the pool, haven't felt any significant difference from one side to the other. And more importantly, the level of the water is good, so we don't have to concern ourselves with our pool falling over, because that's always a concern when you have an unlevel pool. Still have a little ways to go. We are using the upgraded pump and the saltwater generator, just like last year. And we've had it running now for 2 days, because we just got the water level as far as salt right where we needed it to be. Took about, I believe, 8 bags to get it right, so now it is generating chlorine. The pool did get green immediately after I added the salt and turned on the generator. I think that just has to do with the hardness of the water, because I didn't really do anything as far as changing the pH or anything about the water prior to doing that. I have tested it since then, and it's pretty much right on. I think I kind of got lucky with that. I did also buy an upgraded ladder. My plan is to put a small deck there, but for right now we have this ladder because the one that comes with it is just not fantastic. Another thing that we did with these pools, you do not get a skimmer. So I installed the Hayward wide mouth skimmer. I was a little apprehensive about cutting into the liner of my pool, but it was actually quite simple. And I'll do a more detailed video on that, but for now, just so you can take a look. It really was easy. It's not leaking at all, and it makes all the difference in the world. When we ran it for that first day without it, it was very difficult. It wasn't catching any of the leaves. And I will tell you, I did vacuum this pool earlier, but I did not skim this pool at all today. And I have trees everywhere around me. All I did was come out here when I was getting ready to vacuum, and I emptied the little basket there, pulled out all those leaves, and this pool has remained pretty clear. One thing to point out, I do have some wrinkles in the floor. I know somebody's going to see it and go, oh my God, look at those wrinkles. I tried like crazy to get them out. Clearly did not do a very good job, but I will say it hasn't bothered us at all yet. Probably will drive my wife crazy, but we'll see. I wasn't about to empty all the water out of the pool, and you'll be amazed with just like 3 or 4 inches in the bottom of this pool exactly how heavy it is and how difficult it is to move the liner around. So I'm hoping that we don't have any problems with that. But if you have any questions, feel free to write them in here. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And I will be definitely posting more videos, because we do have this lighted fountain, an LED fountain that we have here, but we haven't installed it yet, because I actually have a pump that is arriving, a much smaller pump that I'm going to attach from here and to the pump so that we can get that going, but that will be in a couple of days. So stay tuned for more videos.